Hello, this is Miss Tracy from K-12 Next Generation, and we're going to do some more chip trading today. I have my chip trading board. I have my piece of paper that I forget to write on all the time, my chips, and I liked how these cards worked for putting them up here on the board. So I'm going to use those. And I also have another thing that somebody wrote into me about and said that they had made cards to use instead of the dice or the playing cards. They had taken and copied off flashcards from 0 to 100. And so I did that, and as you can see, here's the flashcard. What I liked about this was that it not only had the number, it also had the words, because we do need to start learning the words and how to spell them. And so that was pretty cool. Then they took and they laminated, or they put contact paper over the front, clear contact paper on the front of it. But they noticed that if they didn't put something on the back, you could see through it. So they took and they put a colored or patterned contact paper on the back side of it. So that they ended up with a really nifty stack of cards. And they even shuffle almost like cards sometimes. Okay, so you can mix them up. Right. And that makes the game go a little bit faster if you're playing with a number of people, because you just put everything in the middle and off you go. And that's what we're going to do. I don't have anything on my board yet, and you should have everything out. If you don't, pause the video, get your chips, your chipboard, your deck of cards if you're going to use them for your numbers up here. And that's really all you need, because you're going to use my numbers with me. All right? Good, we're all ready. All right, so let's look at my first number today. The first number that I'm going to put on the board is 40. And I'm going to ask you, what does 40 mean? That's right, good. It means that I have 4 tens, and I have no ones. That's what 40 means. So I'm going to get my trusty dusty 0, which is the front of the card there, and my 4, to show that I have 40 on my board, and I'm going to write 40 on my piece of paper. 4 tens, 0 ones, that's 40. Okay, now I'm going to draw another card and see what I'm going to add to the 40. Ready? Here it is. We're going to add 76. 76. Now, we know that 76 is 7 tens and 6 ones. So I put that there so that I can then go and take my 6 ones, 2, 4, 6. There's my 6 ones. Okay. And I need 7 tens, or 70. So we have 2, 4, 6, 7. There's my 76, and my 40's up here. Okay. Now, our rule is, first of all, everybody else at Mrs. Hanson and says, put the number on your piece of paper, which is what I'm going to do, because I already forgot. Now we have to legalize our board, and we always start in what place value? That's right, good job. We always start in the ones. So I'm going to uncover these, and I see that I have 6 ones, so I am legal here. I don't need to do anything. Okay. And I'm going to uncover the 7 plus the 4, and I notice that I have more than I'm allowed on a legal board. Remember, how many am I allowed on a legal board? That's right, I'm allowed 9. As soon as I have 10, I've gone into this next place value over. And what I have here is 11 tens, or 1 10 and 1 here in the 100. Let's look. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100. Here's the 100, and here's the 100. Same thing. Take that off. That leaves me with the 110. Put this on the board for the 100, and I now have 116 on my board. Let's see if I have 116 on my piece of paper. So 0 plus 6, that's 6. 7 and 4 is 11. 1 down. Carry 1 and bring that 1 down because there's nothing else there to add it. My paper says 116 and my board says 116. Okay. Next number comes up and it is, whoa, we're getting big numbers, 98. I did shuffle these. I did. 98. So I'm going to put my 98 on here. And those of you who want to stop the video and try and figure this one out on your own, go right ahead and do that and see what you come up with. I'm going to take my 6 here, and now I'm going to put 8 down here, and we have 2, 4, 6, 8. There's the 8. Okay. Now I have 1, and I have to put 9 on the board. So, I have myself quite a handful here, and go 2, 4, 6, 8, 9. Wow, look at that, just perfect. 98. Now I legalize, always starting in the ones column. So I'm going to take these off, put them on my pile, and then I'm going to organize these so I can see what I actually have. And they're going to go right off the board. I know I have more than 10. So I'm going to take 10 off. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So obviously I had 14 on the board because I have a 110 in my hand, because this is going to equal this, and 4 ones. So I'm going to take my ones, put them away, and bring over my one that I'm carrying. Now notice I didn't put the cards up this time, so I'm really getting you to sort of look and see and think more visually now without the cards. However, if you need those cards, you still use them until you feel that you're ready to do without them. Okay? Now I'm going to take these. I'm going to put this up here. I don't want to worry about that yet. I just want to worry about the numbers that I'm adding together to start with. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. 10. 100, 200. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100. 100. 100. And I can bring this up here now because that's what I carry. And I have a 1 here. I have a 2 in my hundreds. And I have a 4 here. 214. Well, let's see. If I add 98 on my piece of paper, do I still come up with the same thing? Okay. No. 8 plus 6 is 14. So that's 4 ones and 1 10. 9, 10, 11. 1 10 and 100. And 1 2, 2 hundreds. Excuse me. 214. Okay, so we're good. We're doing really great. And we've got some big numbers that we've been dealing with. And how are you guys doing? You all got it pretty well set? You're feeling good about it, huh? Okay, let's see what the next number is. 41. So I'm going to put my 41 up here. Here's my 1 and my 4. There's my 1. There's my 4. Take that off the board. That's my 41. So let's add them in. And we have 5 in my ones column. And we have 5 in my tens column. Let's see, 5. And we didn't do anything to the hundreds, so we still have 2. Right? Okay, let's check it and see how we did. If I can figure out what I did with my piece of paper. My goodness, this piece of paper certainly is an issue. All right, so we added 41. Oh, that's fun. Look at that. I just noticed that. We had 14 in this first number, and we have 41 in the second number. What are those numbers? That's right, they are reversed. You know, we just cover up that 2. They're in reverse order. Are they the same number? You're right. No, they certainly aren't. One of them, this one has 1 10 and 4 ones, and this one has 4 10s and 1 1. Definitely not the same. I'd much rather have this in pennies than I would in this. Let's add now and see what we get. Okay, so we have the 4 plus 1, which is 5. And we have the 1 plus 4, which is also 5. And we just bring that 2 on down. Okay, and we come up with 255. Awesome. We are doing really well. And I hear from you all that, you know, you enjoy doing this and you are getting really good. And I'm so pleased. Okay, I'm going to put 42 now on our board. And I'm going to get my cards as I put 42 on my board. And take this, put it over here, and get my 4 and my 2. And my 2 ones, and my 4 10s, 10, 20, 30, 40, 42. Okay, now I'm going to add them in. And I'm going to legalize. Okay. So I have 5 plus 2, which is 2, 4, 6, 7. So 7. And I had 5 plus 4, which is 9. And once again, we didn't do anything to the hundreds. It stays the same. Okay, and we're going to go to our sheet. 5 plus 2 is 7. 4 plus 5 is 9. And we bring the 2 down. Now I'm assuming when we're doing this that you pretty well know your addition facts. But I'll take the time a little bit later and show you some games that you can play to help you really get good at addition facts. Right now, we're going to add something else to this board. Now, I don't know about you, but I have this kind of sneaky feeling because we're pretty high in our 1s and our 10s that we could be trading in either 1s, 10s, or we could trade in both, couldn't we? Let's see what we're going to do. Okay. We can just pull these up. We have a 44. Now let's see what we're going to do with the 44. I think that you were right. There's a 4. And another 4. 44. 4 10s, 4 1s. Okay, put that over here. I'm going to write 44 on my piece of paper. I'm going to put my 4 1s, 2, and 4. 4 1s, 4 10s, 44, and add them in. Add them here, and add them here. Okay. Now, we have to look to legalize. So the first thing is the good ones. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 11. Okay, 11. 11 means 1 1, 1 10. So we don't have a legal board. I take 10 ones off. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And I have 1 1 left, but before I can do anything, I take these yellows and trade them in for a blue. I'm going to just hide that, really, right under that. Because that's carried over. And I'm not adding that in yet. So I want to look to see what I have before that. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 13. I got 13 plus this one here, 14. Okay. So I need to legalize because that means I have 4 10s or 40 plus 100 or 100. So we're going to take it off. Count by 10s with me. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100, 100, 100. Add it over. Get rid of those. And I have 4 here in my 10s. And I have 3 here now in my hundreds. So I need to fix my numbers and make this into a 1 because 7 plus 4 is 11. So there's the 1 plus the 1 that I had to carry over. And 9 plus 4 is 13 plus the 1 I carried over, which is 14. And then the 2 plus the 1 that I carried makes it 3. 341. How did you do? This was a little trickier. And I didn't show you as much in the numbers because now you're getting so that you can see it. And I'm going to add 7 and 4 is 11. Bring that one over. 9 and 1 is 10. And 4 is 14. Bring that one over. 2 and 1 is 3. I can probably squeeze one more in real tight. So let's do just one more. See what we get. and we have 91. 91. Okay. So there's 9 and 1. 91. 9 tens and 1 more. And I'm going to squeeze 91 on my board here. 91 is 1 in the ones and 9 in the tens. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And I'm going to add in the 1 and the 1 is going to equal 2. So I'm going to put my 2 on the board. Okay. And we need to legalize here. We have 9. 9 plus 4 is 13. So if I have 9 here and I just take one of these over here, I should have 10 of these, or 100. So let's count. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100, 100, 100. Yeah. And that leaves me with 3 tens. So I get my 3 out. There's a 3. And I carried 100 over from my tens to here. So my 3 that I had plus the 1 that I carried is 4. And I'm going to put here and see what I get. 1 and 1 is 2. 4 and 9 is 13. Carry that 1. 4. 432. Yes, indeed. Now, I'd like you to keep trading and working on it. How long is it going to take you to get all the way up to going into the thousands? And next time, we're going to actually start with bigger numbers so that we can get into the thousands, and I might mix up some number cards for us to start working with so that our numbers even go faster. Okay? But I did tell you that I would show you some tricks that I use for just learning my facts to 0 through 9. And we already, 0 added to anything is whatever that number is that we add. And I use my trusty dusty cards again. And I do put my tens back into the cards. And this is just one way, and I'm just going to put 1 10 back in for right now. And how many of you play War? Yeah. Well, War is a fun game. And we already know that whichever one has the highest number is the one that gets to pull the pair. But in my kind of War, you actually both flip a card, and the one that says the sum gets the card. So if you were the first one to say 12, those cards would be yours. And it doesn't matter whether you had the 9 and the other person had the 3, because if they said 12 first, they got the cards. So 8 and 5 is 13. Depends on who's first and who gets the cards. Can you do this alone? Yes, you certainly can. Put on a timer and try to see how long it takes you to go through the deck of cards by twos and say 14, okay? And then say 11, and then say 6. Okay. That's a really nice, quick way, and it's easy, and you already have the cards. Another way that my kids enjoy doing it is with the dice. Okay, and I have more dice here, but we always just start with 2. and I don't know where the other ones are hiding. But you just start by rolling 2 dice first, and you say 7, and whoever gets the number first, if you're playing with somebody, is the one that gets the point or the chip or whatever. It doesn't really matter. And you just do that till you get so you're really good at that. 7, and you're looking at the spots. 11, you try not to count the spots. Okay, you know that that's a 6 because of the pattern of by 2s, and this is a 5 again with the pattern. There are dice that do have numbers. If that's easier for you to do it that way, then get the dice with the numbers. Okay. And then when you get really good so that you know your facts up to 12, because that's as high as this can go with 2 6s, then add in another dice. Okay. And then go with 4 dice. And that will cover you up through 24. It's another fun way. And the third fun way that I did with my students, my children, when they were young, was we used to play automobile edition. And we'd see a car coming our way, and we'd try and add up all the numbers. And they get some pretty big numbers there. I'm just looking at my car out there, and I have a 7 and an 8 and a 3 and an 8. So I'm going to group those, and I'm going to say, well, I know my 7 and 3 is 10, and my 8 and 8 is 16, so I have 26. And then you really start getting some big numbers that way, and fast. And that's really what you want to do. You just want to get so that you look at the numbers and you know what they are. And you don't have to fool around trying to figure them out with the fingers or whatever have you. Okay? And it's fun. So I will see you next time. Let me know how your automobile license plate edition goes, and how long did it take you to get up into the thousands. And we might actually get up into the thousands and add 2 more place values on next time. So until then, this is Miss Tracy. Look forward to seeing you in our next meeting. Good night.